Lagos Mexican Cuisine restaurant located at 139 West Santa Fe Avenue applied for outdoor dining on August 5th, 2022. The application requests use of city-paid parking in the restaurant overlay district. This request requires City Council approval per the standard outdoor dining guidelines. The applicant restaurant is currently under construction and has approximately 250 seats, including 50 outdoor patio seats. This application proposes utilizing 15 shared parking spaces for additional outdoor dining area, which will in return give the applicant 128 additional seats. The restaurant is located inside the ROD, which means restaurants inside the area do not need to provide on-site parking, as the public parking is to be utilized by the collective. Removal of parking in the ROD will impact the surrounding businesses. Notices were released to the businesses around the ROD, and the city received 10 emails and/or phone calls against the approval and 1 in favor of the application. Councilmember Dunlap said, "I go to the coffee shop Play often, and I have to think that even with the great clientele, they have been able to build a great business, but how many people are going to stop for an $8 coffee if they have to park in a parking structure, walk across the street, go through someone else's dining area in order to get a cup of coffee only to walk back to their car? This benefits more people, more businesses as a parking lot." Mayor Jung made a motion to deny the application, which Councilmember Dunlap seconded. The motion passed unanimously 5-0. California Governor Newsom was in Fullerton on October 27th to visit the newly opened Homeless Outreach and Proactive Engagement Center, HOPE. Governor Newsom praised the county and local state officials, Senator Josh Newman and Assemblymember Sharon Quirk Silva, saying, quote, "The center is a model for the state." Senator secured $36 million for local homeless outreach and prevention programs funded by the Collaborative, which has grown over the past 5 years to include Fullerton, Buena Park, La Habra, Brea, Placentia, Yorba Linda, Anaheim, Cypress, La Palma, Orange, and Stanton. Among other funding, Fullerton City Council voted in January of 2021 to contribute $650,000 in CARES Act funding for the center. Senator Newman secured an additional $7.8 million in July of 2021, and the County of Orange contributed $500,000. The newly refurbished building is a central command center for caseworkers, health and outreach providers, and homeless liaison officers working together to address public health issues with an emphasis on services to homeless people in the North Orange County region. Participating cities will no longer contract with individual nonprofits, as the Hope Center will act as a dedicated central hub where all homeless services can be coordinated. Chief Robin Dunn said, quote, "There will be able to bring resources out to a particular call, and if it's a non-law enforcement call, we will send out a homeless caseworker to offer services. Our goal for the police to no longer respond to these types of calls and to send the people who can really help." Orange County Health Officer issued a declaration of health emergency for Orange County on October 31st due to rapidly spreading RSV virus infections causing record numbers of pediatric hospitalizations and daily emergency room visits. Additionally, a proclamation of local emergency has been declared, which allows the county to access state and federal resources to address the situation and seek mutual aid from surrounding counties. The OC Healthcare Agency Emergency Medical Services is monitoring regional hospital capacity and engaging hospital and healthcare systems that are seeing very high patient volumes in their emergency departments and inpatient pediatric units. County Health Officer and HCA's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Regina Chinzio Kwong, said, quote, "While there isn't a vaccine against RSV, we want Orange County residents to know there are many ways to protect children and at-risk individuals. Following preventive measures, including remaining up to date with other vaccinations, such as flu and COVID-19, can help reduce the severity of disease and can help reduce the burden on hospitals this fall and winter." Another quote is, "Our best shot at protecting ourselves and our children from respiratory illnesses continues to be the same things we practiced throughout the pandemic, including the use of masks when indoors around others and staying home when you are sick." Seek medical attention immediately if your child is showing warning signs, which may include having trouble breathing, showing signs of dehydration, for example, no urine in over 8 hours, dark urine, very dry mouth, and no tears, has a persistent or high fever, or looks and acts very sick. Call your primary care provider, a pediatrician, urgent care, or hospital to help navigate steps to recommend care before your visit. Additionally, parents and caregivers should keep young children with acute respiratory illnesses out of childcare, even if they have tested negative for COVID-19. Fullerton election results update. The results are not final just yet. The state and county have up until December 16 to certify the results for the November 8th, 2022 election. The results are preliminary with 400,000 ballots left to count in the Orange County and over 4 million ballots left to count at state level, so results may change. On the city council level, current City Council District 3 incumbent Jesus Silva was not able to run for re-election as a result of redistricting. So, as a result, we have a new district with new candidates. As of right now, we have Dr. Shauna Charles, a Cal State Fullerton public health professor, in the lead for District 3 with 42% of the vote at 1,655, while Arnell Dino and John Ibarra are both averaging at about the same, with Dino having 28% and Ibarra having 27%. Over the District 5 incumbent Ahmad Zahara, who was target of the multitude of negative ads by the Fullerton taxpayers of reform, is currently in the lead with 47%, while newcomer Valdez is trailing right behind him with 42% and Castro currently at 40%. Currently, mail-in ballots have been favoring Zahara and have been widening the gap between him and Valdez, but is a very close race with a difference of about 200 votes. For the Fullerton School District, Ruthie Hanchett, who also was hit by a negative and by the Fullerton taxpayers for reform, is currently at 50% of the vote with 2,400 votes. Behind her, we have Lisa Wasab with 38% and Rudy Garcia at 11%. Finally, for Fullerton races, we have the Fullerton Joint Union High School District race. Currently, incumbent Lauren Klatzer is in the lead with 58% of the vote, while Matt Van Hook is at 41%. In Fullerton, only 24,711 of the 77,000 registered voters in Fullerton voted in the November 2022 election. The Fullerton City Council will certify the votes after the county and state finals are certified. The Fullerton City Council will certify the November 8th, 2022 election results at the council meeting following the state certification. That is all for this week's headlines. To my fellow Fullertonians, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow the Fullerton Observer on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, to keep up with the latest Fullerton news. Full-length stories of all our headlines are available on the Fullerton Observer website, or you can subscribe to the classic print edition that gets mailed to your home every 2 weeks. You can also send donations on our website to support your local journalist. www.fullertonobserver.com. Shout out to Adrian, Brooke, and Mia for making this broadcast possible, editing, and managing communications. Again, my name is Giselle Monterosas, your host, and we will meet again next time. Thank you so much.